Alright, so here's a quick video on adding data to Desmos from some sort of data file. So here I've got three different possibilities of some data files. They're pretty small, and so if I click on one, it asks me, do I want to open it in my spreadsheet, and I say okay. If it doesn't ask you that, you might want to look at things. Now here, see, it looks good. It's opening just fine. Now there's some options. I do find once in a while, for this particular type of file, the text file, it wants to open in this 16 character Unicode, whatever the heck that is, and it looks like I'm maybe reading some kind of Asian symbol language like Japanese or Chinese, but I've found if I click there, then it's fine. But if you try to open something and it doesn't work so well, another thing I've seen happen is it came up and space was picked, and so there was all this, but the data was still there, so that was fine. But anyway, so one of those three probably ought to open for you just fine. And I say okay. And now notice it says the documents and read only. I think that's a typical thing most spreadsheets come up with, or most apps will come up with when you do something like open a file into that app from the internet. I just go over here and I say, okay, I'm going to edit that document, and I could save it if I wanted to, but I don't really see a need. So now I just want these numbers, and I'm going to highlight them and do a copy with a Control-C, and then go back here and go to my Desmos graph, and I'm just going to click in a cell and use Control-V for paste, and there we have it. There's my data, and it automatically gives it names like X1 or X2 or X3 or something like that, depending on how many of these you've pasted in and what else you have. In a Y1 or Y2 or Y3, and often it Desmos automatically zooms to sort of best fit your data. So if you look down here, it starts at 12 and then 14 and so forth, and this is 60 and then 70 and all that. And so if you've already pasted something in, it might say X2 and Y2 and so forth. So, but it does that, and there's your data. You can then get at that data if you need to, because it's in Desmos. And there we have it. That's opening up data file and pasting some data into Desmos.